Namaste, dear students. In today's session, let us solve problems related to electricity. These are the problems from the exercise of the chapter. We'll take one problem after another problem. I will be explaining in two sessions or two parts the entire problems of this chapter. So please watch it carefully and learn how to solve every given problem and how we are applying the concept what we learn in our theory classes. Let us go to the first problem. So in exercise of electricity chapter, the first problem is this. A piece of wire of resistance R is cut into 5 equal parts. Now these parts are then connected in parallel. If the equal resistance of this combination is R dash, then the ratio of R by R dash is, like this is an MCQ question, we can see here options 1 by 25, 1 by 5, 5, 25. Now let us solve this problem. Okay, now we can see there is a wire of resistance R. Now we are cutting that into 5 equal pieces or 5 equal parts. Now this resistance R, when you cut into 5 parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then this let us cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are cutting into equal parts. Now each part of the wire will become R by 5 because again when we connect in series it should be R. So therefore each part of the wire is R by 5, R by 5, R by 5. We are connecting all these parts into parallel, R by 5. Okay. Now after connecting them into parallel, we know the formula 1 by R is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. When we connect resistors in parallel, this is the formula we will use, dash 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 dash. Okay. Now we have here 5 resistors. So 1 by R equal to, we have like 1 by R by 5, the value of the first resistor. The value of the second resistor also plus 1 by R by 5 plus 1 by R by 5 plus 1 by R by 5 plus 1 by R by 5. So all these resistors we connected in parallel. Now the total resistance in the parallel combination is, the denominator is same everywhere. Numerators we can add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 by R by 5 which is equal to 25 by R. That is equal to 1 by R. So here this is the resultant resistance they gave here, R dash. 1 by R dash is equal to 25 by R. So therefore R by R dash, cross multiply, R by R dash is equal to 25. We can see here R by R dash is equal to 25 from this equation. So option D is the correct answer. Option D is the correct answer. So the second problem is here. Which of the following terms does not represent electrical power in a circuit? In electricity, we learned power. The concept of power we have learned it. Power can be written as product of voltage and current. We can see here power is equal to V into I. And from Ohm's law, we know that V is equal to IR. If I substitute this V is equal to IR, power can be written as IR into I, which is equal to I square R. And similarly, from Ohm's law, I can be written as V by R. So we are using Ohm's law here. In the place of I, if I use V by R, power can be written as V into V by R, which is equal to V square by R. Now look at these options. A single formula, power is equal to V into I, can be written in three multiple ways. Now if you observe the options, I square R, yes, we can write power as I square R. V into I, option C, yes, we have V into I. Then option D, V square by R, this is also there, but IR square we don't have. So which of the following term does not represent electrical power? So this does not represent electrical power. So option B we have to mark. Now the third problem is an electric bulb is rated 220 volt and 100 watts. So when you purchase this bulb, the rating of the bulb they gave 220 volt 100 watt. But we are operating on 110 volt. Then what the power consumed will be? Here also we use the same formula, that is power is equal to V into I. We can see here power is equal to V into I. Okay, but the problem here, we don't have current. So first what we have to do, they gave the power of the bulb is 100 watt. We can see here power is 100 watt. But this bulb we are connecting to 110 volt source. V is equal to 110 volt. We can find using this. There are multiple ways we can solve problem. Okay. So what I can do now, if I substitute here, we have to find again the current here. I will find the resistance of the bulb. Okay. So I can be written as V by R. So this can be written as V square by R, which is equal to P. Therefore, resistance of the bulb V square by P. Now the voltage rating of the bulb is 220 into 220 and the power given as 100. 0, 0, 0, 0. So resistance of the bulb is this much, 22 into 22. Now we have to find this bulb we connected to 110 volt. So the second case, what I will do here, resistance of the bulb is resistance already calculated here. The power we have to find. Okay, now what we can do, all right, so use this formula to find the power. P is equal to V square by R. The power of the bulb when it is operated at 110 volt, 110 into 110, resistance of the bulb just be found 22 into 22. Now, so this can be written as 22 ones are 22 fives are multiply. So 22 ones are 22 fives are. We can multiply this 5 into 5, which is equal to 25 watts. So the power consumed will be 25 watts. So this is the right option. This problem we can see two conducting wires of same material and equal length, equal diameter. So indirectly the resistance remains same because the length is same, diameter is same. And first connected in series, then they connected in parallel across the same potential difference. So the ratio of heat produced in series and parallel combination, that's what we have to do. Okay. Now what we can do, let us assume the resistance of this wire is R. Okay, so the conducting wire, we have two conducting wire, resistance R. When we connect in series, R, it will become in series, it is R plus R, 2R. When we connect in parallel, R, it will become resistance in parallel is equal to R by 2. Okay. We have already used this formula R1 R2 by R1 plus R2 for this. So in parallel it is R by 2. Okay. Now the ratio of heat produced in series, we use heat produced in series formula, Joule's law of heating effect, that is I square RT. But here it is resistance in series. So I can be written as I square can be written as V square by RS square into RS into T. The RS get cancelled. We have V square T by RS. This is heat produced in secondary. Similarly, heat produced in parallel, we have heat produced in parallel V square T by RP. Let us take ratio of these two, that is HS, heat produced in series by heat produced in parallel, which can be written as, so V square T get cancelled if I substitute these two, RP by RS. Now RP, that is equal to R by 2, then RS is equal to 2R. Now what we can do, this can be written as R by 4R. Now RR get cancelled. This is equal to 1:4. So this is the required answer for us. 1:4. The next question, how is a voltmeter connected in a circuit to measure the potential difference between the 2 points? We know that voltmeter is a measuring device which is used to detect or measure the potential difference between 2 points. So definitely always the voltmeter should be connected in parallel. If this is a conducting wire, voltmeter should be connected in parallel. So the potential difference between these 2 points can be measured by our voltmeter. So the simple answer is here, it should be connected in parallel. How is voltmeter connected? Voltmeter should be connected in parallel and ammeter should be connected in series. Now this problem, a copper wire has a diameter 0.5 mm and resistivity 1.6 into 10 power minus 8 ohm meter. What will be the length of this wire to make its resistance 10 ohm? Now how much does the resistance change if the diameter is double? Now we can see there is a copper wire. The given data, diameter is equal to 0.5 mm. If diameter is given, then radius R is equal to half of the diameter, which is equal to 0.25 millimeter. 0.25 millimeter can be written as 0.25 into 10 power minus 3 meter. Okay, that is about the diameter. Now further, what is given to us? So then we got radius. We have to find the length of the wire L to make the resistance 10 ohm. That is they have given. So we know the formula R is equal to rho L by A, and resistivity also they gave here. Resistivity equal to 1.6 into 10 power minus 8 ohm meter. Now using this formula, we have to find L. L is equal to R into A. Instead of A, we can write pi r square. Area is pi r square. Then R into pi r square by rho. Okay. Now what you can do, substitute this R value 10. Pi is 3.14 and radius is 0.25 into 10 power minus 3. Just you substitute that 0.25 into 10 power minus 3 whole square and whole divided by resistivity 1.6 into 10 power minus 8. If you substitute, approximately after simplification, you will be getting around 122.5 meters. The second part of the question, how much does the resistance change if the diameter is doubled? So here we know the resistivity, but length remaining same, the diameter is doubled. When diameter is double, that means diameter is equal to, so 1 millimeter it will become. So therefore, radius you have to substitute as 0.5 millimeter. So radius is 0.5 millimeter. Length you can substitute as 122.5 meter. Then resistivity rho we can substitute as 1.6 into 10 power minus 8. Use the same formula, R is equal to rho L by A. When you substitute in this formula, area is pi r square, we know R, we know length, we know resistivity, we will get resistance value. Here is a very simple question. When a 12-volt battery, it is connected, when a 12-volt battery is connected to an unknown resistor, there is a current of 2.5 milliampere. Find the value of the resistance of the resistor. Very simple. What is given data? V is equal to 12 volts. Current I is equal to 2.5 milliampere, 2.5 into 10 power minus 3. Milli means minus 3. And find the value of resistor. Directly we can use Ohm's law. V equal to IR. Therefore, resistance is equal to V by I. And V is 12. Current I is 2.5 into 10 power minus 3. So that can be written as 25 into 10 power minus 4. Let us take this to the numerator, which is equal to 25 into 10 power minus 4 will become 10 power plus 4. So R I can write 100 into 10 power 2. Okay, whole divided by 25. So because this is 10 power 2 and 2 zeros, again we will get 10 power 4. 25 ones are 25 4 times. So 12 into 4, 48 into 10 power 2. Or this can be written as 4800 ohms or 4.8 kilo ohm. So the value of resistance is this much. The next question is, a battery of 9 volt is connected in series with resistors of 0.2 ohm, 0.3 ohm, 0.4 ohm, 0.5 ohm and 12 ohm respectively. How much current would flow through a 12 ohm? Remember, here all the resistors are connected in series. So when they are connected in series, what we will be having? Same amount of current, no doubt about it. Let us say here we have 3 resistors, that is 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, and we will add 2 more resistors in series. Here one resistor, here one resistor, that is 0.5 and 12. When resistors are connected in series, current remains same amount of current. Okay, and battery of how much? It is 9 volt. What we can do? First find the total resistance. Total resistance here RT is equal to 0.2 plus 0.3 plus series we have to add 0.4 plus 0.5 plus 12. When we add this 0.2 plus 0.3, that is 0.5 and 0.5, that is 1, 12 plus 1, 13, 13.4. 13.4 ohm is the total resistance. And I is equal to V by, we know V is equal to IR. This is the formula. I is equal to V by R when I am bringing this. So V is 9, RT is 13.4. Okay. When I rearrange this, 13.4 can be written as 134, or 90 by 134 I can write. Or further, if I divide, I can add 1 0, 10 power minus 1, then 900 by 134. So approximately 6 point something we will get here. The current flowing will be how much? So just calculate this. We will get here 6.71 into 10 power minus 1 or 0.6 ampere. The same amount of current will flow through all the resistors. Even through 12 ohm also we will get same. So therefore, what we can write, through 12 ohm current flowing will be 0.6 ampere. Okay. Now this problem, how many 176 ohm resistors are required to carry 5 ampere on a 220 volt line? We have to connect in parallel. So they said current we require current I is equal to 5 ampere. 220 volt line. So the total resistance should be, again using Ohm's law, V is equal to IR and R is equal to V by I. So that is 220 by 5. We will get 5 fours are 20, then 2 5 fours are 44 ohms. Total resistance of this network should be 44 ohm. But that is the total resistance 1 by RT should be, they are all connected in parallel. But equal resistors when we connect in parallel, we can see here 1 by R plus 1 by R plus 1 by R. Like this, we have n number of resistors in parallel. This can be written as n by R because the denominator is same, numerator is we can have number of resistor by the resistance value, which is equal to 1 by the total resistance. So according to the given question, number of resistor is equal to each resistor value by total resistor. Each resistor is how much? 176. 176 by total resistance we should get 44. When we divide 176 by 44, 44 4 times. So the number of resistors we require only 4. So if we connect 176 resistors, 4 170 resistors in parallel, we will get this required condition. We can see one more question here. How you would connect 3 resistors, each of resistance 6 ohm, so that the combination has a resistance of 9 ohm. Now we have 6 ohm, 6 ohm, 6 ohm, 3 resistors, same value. But how do we get 9 ohm? That is a question. What we can do, when you connect 2 resistors in parallel, 6 parallel 6. Suppose I have a 6 ohm resistor, another 6 ohm resistor, we connected in parallel, then another resistor will connect in series. 6 ohm, 6 ohm and 6 ohm. And 6 parallel 6 will give 3 because 2 equal values when we connect in parallel, the total will be half of that, half of the individual value. Or we can use this formula if you have any doubt. 1 by R is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Here both the resistors are same. That is 1 by 6 plus 1 by 6, which is equal to 2 by 6. Then 2 by 3, 1 by 3. That is equal to 1 by R. Therefore, the total parallel value should be is equal to 3 ohm. Now, in this case, 6 parallel 6 will give 3 ohm and this is 6. Then it will get a required condition because this is in series with 3, 6 plus 3, 9. So here the answer is 2 resistors should be parallel, then the other resistor should be in series to obtain this. The second part of the question is the same 3 resistors we have to arrange in such a way that the total resistance should be 4 ohm. Okay. Now we will solve that part also. I have a resistor of 6 ohm and another resistor 6 ohm and 6 ohm. Let us connect like this and we will see what is the total resistance. Now we know that these two are in series. When two resistors are in series, it will give you 6 plus 6, 12 ohms. This is 12 ohm. Now this is in parallel. Two resistors are in parallel. So use the formula. Direct formula I am using. Rp is equal to R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Okay. Now R1 is 6, R2 is 12, R1 plus R2 that is 18. Okay. 6 ones are, 6 threes are, 3 ones are, 3 fours are. We will be getting 4 ohms. Now answer is two resistors should be in series. To that, one resistor in parallel. We have to show this diagram, then your answer is correct. Like this, in part 1 of electricity problem solving, we will learn. In the next part, I will teach remaining exercise problems. Thank you.